Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sunyoung Choi, an assistant professor at ITC. Today, I'm going to talk about a career in fashion designing with my experience. I'm happy for this opportunity to introduce myself to you and share my experience. Before I begin, I'd like to share the reason why I chose this topic. I have met many students who have difficulties in finding careers in the fashion industry. To help these students, I want to let them know how to develop their skill set and how to look for the career pathways. These are the lecture's contents today. Firstly, I will introduce careers in fashion design, focusing on fashion designers. And after that, I'm going to share my experience and effort to become a fashion designer. Lastly, I will move on to fashion stylist, another profession related to fashion design with the visual directors of K-pop. I don't design clothes, I design dreams. This is one of my favorite quotes spoken by an American fashion designer, Ralph Lauren. It was inspiring and has become my motto when I design so far. Now, I'd like to talk about careers related to fashion design, and I also want to share my career pathway, chasing dreams in the fashion world. Before I share my experience, I want to let you know the types of fashion designers. There are three main types of designers in the fashion industry. First one is fashion accessory designer. This is responsible for planning and designing the aesthetics and functionality of jewelry and other accessories. This category of fashion designers use their design skills to create necklaces, earrings, handbags, bracelets, hats, scarves, and many other accessory items. Second one is footwear designers. This type of fashion designers are responsible for creating innovative and practical shoe designs. They create all kinds of footwear, from athletic shoes to stilettos. The last one is apparel fashion designers. These designers also referred to as clothing designers. Apparel fashion designers are responsible for creating designs for clothing items, ranging from formal wear and sportswear to informal clothes and even wearing dresses. While some apparel designers work directly with fashion houses, others have an independent practice. Apparel fashion designers can further be categorized into haute couture, ready-to-wear, and mass-market fashion designers. As you see in the right corner of the slide, it shows a fashion designer named Daniel Lee, the new creative director of Bottega Veneta. He is one of the fashion world leading designers and is bringing up a fashion storm amongst industry insiders. This category of designers, the first one, the haute couture fashion designer, create customized clothes for individual customers. They do not indulge in mass production of a garment design. Instead, they create exclusive clothing with specific client measurements. The second one is pret-a-porter fashion designer. Also, we can call them ready-to-wear designer. These designers work to produce their product for a limited number of people, and these clothes are supposed to be worn without any alteration. To get the perfect fit, they aim to make use of the right material with the perfect cut for the wearer. The last one is mass market fashion designer. These designers create designs that appeal to a large group of people, and the clothes are sold in the open market. The designer as shown in the slide, Demna Gvasalia, is the designer of the Batmans and Balenciaga. The designer has brought a footwear sensibility to luxury streetwear label, Batmans, and a streetwear sensibility to his work at the high fashion house Balenciaga. He creates waves that have rippled throughout the global fashion industry. Also, I want to share skill set needed for fashion designers. The first one is creativity skills. Since fashion is a creative field and artistic skills are essential to help you transform raw material into beautiful pieces of art. The second one is drawing and visualization skills. Drawing is an important component of fashion designing as it enables you to transport the ideas from your mind onto paper. A great way to improve it is by taking sketching classes to put your drawing skills at practice. Also, the strong visualization skills are essential in the fashion industry as they will help you effectively use your imagination. The better your visualization skills, the more accurately you will be able to present the designer on paper. Also, to become a successful designer, you must have a fine eye for detail. While having extremely good drawing and creativity skills is paramount, as are the intricate details in the design too. Also, communication skills are needed. A major part of working in the fashion industry entails collaborating with fellow designers and clients to create a perfect look. Being able to explain your idea to the clients clearly is key, as well as understanding the client's designers and feedback. Also, the fashion industry is continuously expanding, meaning more and more talented designers are entering the field to make their mark. In order to stand out, you will need determination and a competitive spirit, which you can develop by trying to better your designs each day. Keeping track of the current trends in the fashion industry and modifying your designs accordingly will also help. These are the steps becoming a fashion designer. In the first step, pursue a bachelor's degree in the relevant field, and you can also opt to pursue a master's degree to further expand your expertise. In the second step, take up internships to understand how the industry works and sharpen your skills with practical experience. In the third step, you have to understand how a fashion business works and what the vital components of the industry are, and learn networking skills from peers and colleagues. In the fourth step, you should create your fashion portfolio, which you'll need to showcase your designing expertise to your future employer and clients. In short, the portfolio consists of a variety of designs and skills such as patterns and embroidery. You can also demonstrate your drawing skills by including the work that you created during your degree. In the last step, keep up with the latest trends. Take note of what type of design is popular and which material is more appealing to the clients, and work on your designs accordingly. After completing a fashion design degree, you can choose for any of the following jobs based on your specialization, such as fashion product manager, fashion blogger, fashion stylist. Also, you can become an international fashion designer. I don't do fashion, I am fashion. From this saying, we can get a sense of pride, which Coco Chanel has as a pioneering and remarkable fashion designer herself. In the second chapter, I will talk about my career from training to working experience in the fashion industry. This illustrates the overview of my career pathway. I was able to make my career as a fashion designer, an educator, and a researcher with this valuable experience. I will elaborate more on each experience from the next slides. The reason why I talk about my background is that I want to give you a clear idea of how to become a fashion designer or profession related to fashion. I studied Oriental painting at Ewha Women's University for BA, and I learned and I earned 3 MA degrees from three different fields, such as Korean painting, aesthetics in a dress in Korea, and fashion design, especially women's wear, from London College of Fashion. And then, as I wanted to expand and deepen my knowledge, I decided to study further, especially fashion and culture study in PhD. I also want to share my experience in terms of competition and courses I took and the projects I participated in. During the BA and MA program, I kept trying to submit my pieces to competitions. One of my greatest achievements is that I was awarded a winner of the Arts of Fashion competition. It was a world fashion design competition for students, usually held in San Francisco. Honorably, I had an opportunity to participate in the Paris Summer Master Program organized by Arts of Fashion Foundation as a winner of the contest. Through this experience, I was able to experience the haute couture technique with the maison massage, embroidery artisan, and Atelier Lonion, the pleats workshop. Both workshops belong to a company named Parafaction, a subsidiary of Chanel. Also, when I was a postgraduate student, I have participated in many projects. One of them is to develop the Korean national team's uniform for the Incheon Asian Game in 2014. From this experience, I improved my design skills and ability to collaborate with team members. As you can see from the slide, all of the works were done for the various competitions. For this, I especially focused on the aesthetic aspect of a garment rather than functionality. I have experimented with shape and fabric to create somehow exaggerated art pieces at the time. I think these numerous trials make me have a keen eye for the fashion design. Before I entered the fashion industry, I also tried to take as many courses related to fashion. I learned men's suit tailoring, 3D printing, CAD program, and virtual clothing program, etc. These garments are outputs of the Paris Summer Masterclass. I had an opportunity to exhibit my dresses at the Museum of Art Decorative in Paris, next to Louvre. These are made using haute couture technique I have learned from the École Les Sages and Atelier Sunyoung. These photos were taken during the Paris master class. I have worked with students from the US, Norway, Brazil, and the UK, and collaborated fashion experts. We visited the Les Sages and experienced the monument of the Paris embroidery history, established for over 300 years. It was a precious experience to see the archive of the Maison. I also was able to see where the new trimming was developed for the new collection of Chanel. But we were not allowed to see the details as it was top secret. After the visit, I came to a little understand the aesthetics of Paris fashion heritage and began to admire them. I was taken in the studio, and the photo on the right corner of the bottom shows the embroidery I did for the dress code. I also visited the Atelier Sunyoung with the participants of the master's program. The atelier possesses over 3,000 molds for pleats from the 18th century. We watched it and listened to how to make pleats and finally created the garments with the pleats. The dress on the right corner of the slide was created by the pleats and exhibited at the 2018 International Textiles and Apparel Association. And this shows the preparation for the photo shoot of the garment. I was able to see how the expert works in Paris. The photos on the right side are the scenery of the exhibition place, the Musée d'Art Décoratif. Honorably, one of my pieces was exhibited in the front of the main door and welcomed the audience. As I mentioned before, I had many opportunities to participate in various projects. Our groups at the lab of Seoul National University developed cultural products such as ties, scarves, and wallets. One of them was selected as a gift for the 2010 G20 Summit Korea. And besides, we developed the uniform for the Korean national team for the 2014 Indonesian Games, inspired by the 5 cardinal colors and patterns found in the eaves of the traditional temple. After long education and training, I started my own business in Mongolia. When I worked for the Mongolian International University, I was interested in the cashmere industry there. As it is the second largest industry of the country, I had a responsibility to teach and emphasize the cashmere product to students. Also, I wanted to experience the precious material cashmere for my collection. From this experience, I've learned how to communicate with manufacturer and draw the final output successfully as my intention. With this collection, I have joined as a fashion designer of a global design team in the fashion company called JM Inspired Design LA. I developed collection for New York and Los Angeles Style Fashion Week inspired by Korean culture, especially the colors and the shapes of Korean national clothing, which is my initial design inspiration. I also developed another collection created by pleating, which I learned from Paris, And also I wanted to combine the couture technique and my cultural background. It was regarded one of the astonishing collections in Style Fashion Week in 2018. It shows a backstage of the show held in Los Angeles in 2018. At the time, I designed the dresses with embroidery. I still remember I felt embarrassed. Still, I had to alter the dress right before the runway show. One of the legendary fashion designer, Yves Saint Laurent, said that fashion fade, but style is eternal. In chapter 3, I want to introduce fashion stylist, one of the main professions in fashion design. Also, I will share their roles and skill set for being a fashion stylist. As you can see, they are K-pop artists such as G-Dragon from Big Bang, Johnny from NCT 127, Minho and Pio, Blackpink, and 21 in Clockwise Direction. They are well known for their unique fashion style and has affected the fashion trend and the fashion industry. G-Dragon is regarded as one of the fashion pioneer and influencer in the world. When he releases a new album, his fashion always has issued together. He has no fear and opens up to try a new concept in terms of fashion. He said, regarding fashion, don't be afraid. There's no right answer in fashion. A few weeks ago, Blackpink released a new song leading up to their first full-length album in September. During the press conference about their styling, Jennie revealed, "We can't live out styling. When dance, vocals, and fashion merge into one, the synergy is maximized. With ideas from the members and stylists, our goal is to come out with something that didn't exist in the world before. We'll work hard until we were satisfied." From our mention, we can assume that the importance of the fashion styling in her job. Now we are going to dip into the job fashion stylist. A fashion stylist career provides exciting opportunities to share your passion for style with a variety of interesting people. There are many different arenas in which fashion stylists use their talents, from music videos to advertisements to TV shows and movies. They may also work with designers or public relations experts. Good fashion stylists know how to accentuate the positive attributes of the people they dress, and they can choose the right outfit to flatter someone in a way that is appropriate for each event. It is kind of an art. Fashion styling requires extensive knowledge of the fashion industry and a knack for matching your clients with the clothing that will support the image they want to project. Sunyoung Kim, as you see in the slide, is one of the famous fashion stylists in the K-pop industry. He takes a role as a visual creative director of Big Hit Entertainment. Especially, he is in charge of styling of BTS. He started his career as a fashion designer. After appearing the Project Runway Korea in 2015, he had an opportunity to join the company. This is the typical responsibilities for fashion stylists. They have to pick clothing and accessories for editorial features and advertisement, concerts, music videos, films, and TV shows. They usually work with designers, tailors, models, photographers, hair, and makeup artists, retailers, members of the media, publicists, celebrities, and public figures. They have to create an image for celebrities. For this, they have to research fabrics, clothing construction, and fashion accessories. Also, they have to attend fashion shows and they should predict and spot fashion trends. Also, the last one is the main job of fashion stylist. They have to lead the heavy garments back. Also, there are some skills needed for fashion stylists. They have to keep equipped with knowledge of fashion trends, color schemes, and designer labels. Also, they have to aware of art, design, and fashion history. An understanding of different face and body shapes. Also, they have to know of different body types and how to dress them in the most flattering way. Business skills such as marketing, networking, and advertising also very important. And effective communication skills to work with clients is essential. They have to be creative and innovative. Also, they have to improve the eye for detail. Also, every work should be well organized. Finally, I want to let you know how to create virtual styling. If you are interested in the fashion styling, also you can try the virtual styling from the website. Visit the website. The name of the website is Your Style. You can Google it, and this is the address. yourstyle.fashion. If you reach the website, please go to Create and click it. And then choose your favorite style. Once you find your style, just click on Product. Then it will automatically add it to the left window here. And if you want to delete or copy, flip, move to forwards and backwards, please click the item you change and click the menu below. First of all, click the item you want to delete or you want to move to forward and backward. You can choose the below menu. All right, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you all for your attention. Please feel free to ask questions if you have any, or if you have any questions, you can find me from the ITC website, and so you can email me. If you don't have any other questions, I will call it in. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you soon at the PolyU campus.
If no, thank you again, Dr. Choi. So next we will have the first session on visual merchandising by Dr. Big, Dr. Unsu. So maybe, yeah, I'll switch to the next speaker. Thank you, Dr. Choi.
Thank you everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, it's all yours.
Okay, can you see anybody can check if my face is appearing properly? Can you see
look
my
really
face?
good.
Okay, thank you. And can you hear my voice as well?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very good.
So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to PolyU summer program. My name is Unsu Baek, an assistant professor in fashion business. I'm going to take you, you guys to another topic for the next 30 minutes, which is creating a storytelling space for fashion visual merchandising. And this program, these 30 minutes will be divided into the first quick lecture about visual merchandising delivered by me, and the second one, demonstration about how to create a virtual store. This will be prepared by my smart student, Jessica. And then do you know guys, what is the visual merchandising? As the word says, visual merchandising is the combination of the term visual and merchandising. Let's look at the details. So the visual, actually, you know what the visual means, right? It relates to the images that are taken into the brain by the way of eyes. And then the merchandising is about promoting the sales of certain merchandise. Visual merchandising is a non-personal approach to visually communicate a story for the sales of merchandise. And then visual merchandising is not only important for fashion stores, but it is also useful to decorate the grocery stores or any daily supplies, anything that is visually processed. Visual merchandising is important. So then visual merchandising, do you think visual merchandising is more like a science or art or, you know, business or design? Many of you may think visual merchandising is an artistic activity. It is, however, it is not solely an artistic activity. It is used as an effective and powerful marketing strategy. You will need a logic how to affect consumers using the environmental elements and the analysis. For example, like what will be the consequence of using this lighting or this color compared to that kind of lighting or that color. So you need a prediction and analysis. It's not only about creating a visually aesthetic design output, but still we need the intuition, creativity, and emotional approach. So visual merchandising is both an art and a science. Visual merchandising is art because it contains visual elements such as lines and colors, lightings, proportions, space to decorate a visually aesthetic environment and to communicate, to attract consumers like this. And then visual merchandising is also a science because it has a specific purpose and it is based on psychology to influence a shopper's emotion and behaviors. So it is both on art and science. It is both a business and design. So look at this example. There are the design elements like lines and colors used and proportions. But the lines and colors are not just being used. The lines are, you know, it attracts your attention to the core object, the back here. And the colors, that they use the color, the contrast colors to emphasize the object. Also, all the colors used here are consistent with the colors of the items they are selling. So they have the reason to use a certain color or certain lines or design elements. Again, there is a logic in using such design elements. So then, why is fashion visual merchandising? Why is visual merchandising important for fashion? So the visual merchandising for fashion retailer is important because let's give you an example. For today, actually, these days I work from home, so I don't really wear formal clothes. But today I have a special event to give you a lecture. Even though it's virtual, I try to wear some formal clothes to look professional. And then because fashion items are self-expressive, it tells about myself. On the other hand, I didn't really care what colors of the towels I used when I take a shower in this morning, because the towels, these items, if it's not about fashion, it doesn't really tell about yourself. It doesn't relate to yourself. So the visual merchandising is important for fashion retailers because it relates to the consumer's identity. Besides the fact the fashion item is self-expressive, there is another important factor that makes fashion visual merchandising unique. When you are shopping and making a purchase decision for fashion items, the visual images are very important, right? Like the color, textures, decoration, everything comes so important, especially compared to when you are shopping for a digital camera. Of course, the design, how it looks is important, but more than the design itself, you may need further information like specification, what kind of lens are used or how heavy it is. So when you are purchasing this digital camera, the design itself is not the core factor to affect your purchase decision. But fashion items, the visual image is critical factor when you make a purchase decision for fashion items. Think about this example. A bookstore can be visually merchandised, visually decorated. Books can be arranged by color to look beautiful like this, and it may make your shopping journey pleasing. However, does this decoration help you to find the book that you're looking for? I don't think so. Aesthetic is not the core feature of the product in this case. On the other hand, the fashion items, they are meant to be visually pleasing and aesthetic per se. Therefore, the way products are displayed and organized does have a significant effect on consumers' purchasing decision as well as evaluation to the product. As you can see in the picture, without any special decoration here, simply displaying the product in an aesthetic way affects the whole store image, which may also increase your purchase behavior. You may have an experience of impulsive buying in which you purchase something that you didn't plan to. The consumer behaviors are known to be affected by environmental factors in a store. And when it comes to fashion, because of the importance and dominance of the visual senses, the decoration and the design of the store becomes much more important. Let's have another example. So for this, sweater, where it is displayed, affect the perception of it. Look at this. This sweater can be displayed in this store, and then think about the same sweater is displayed in the other store, this kind of store. As the visual images of the product is important for fashion products, the visual images of a store is also very important. For the same sweater, the price perception is actually significantly different depending on where and how it is displayed. Which one do you think is more expensive? So I actually ran a quick test to know about the price perception of this sweater from different stores. The results shows that the same sweater would cost more in the right store compared to the left store. The first store I show you, like this one, contains various features of the decoration such as tables, flowers, the vase, the background, with a smaller number of items displayed, while the second store was packed with the clothes without any furniture or decoration that are not related to sales. There is no right or wrong answer about which store is better or which store is correct, but it really depends on the retailer's purpose, the business purpose. But the truth is where the clothes is displayed, how it is displayed certainly affects your perception, or even for the same sweater, right? So far, we've quickly covered the definition of visual merchandising and why is fashion visual merchandising important. And the next one, what does visual merchandising communicate? So we are all vulnerable consumers. People are visually and people are consciously and unconsciously affected by environments. So actually, because of this environment, we have different perceptions, we have different willingness to pay, and that actually affects the decision making. In fact, humans are by nature visual creatures, and we are drawn to things that look pretty, organized, and appealing. However, looking good is not enough. I believe you guys all know Blackpink, and the left one is Jisoo and the right one is Jennie. People have their own image. Both girls are surely beautiful, but they have a different image to communicate. For example, Jisoo is more like benign, cute, kind, pretty, while Jennie is more sexy, cute, right? However, so as you can see, image can be made. However, the same person has a different images for different purpose. Likewise, a store can also have a different images. Does anyone knows? I believe all you knows Uniqlo brand, right? And does anyone knows what's the mission statement? What's the aim of this brand? So the Uniqlo, before I give you the answer, let's see. Life, that's good, yeah, life. And also by looking at the store, what do you think the Uniqlo trying to communicate? So let me proceed. Uniqlo's simple and colorful, that's right. Uniqlo's essence is of pure functionality woven with innovative Japanese technology and culture. The digital display here actually gives you a little bit of the sense that brand is technology savvy. Simple and functional, colorful. As you can see, there is no other decorating, furniture, or props that are not related to sales. So they are very utilitarian, functional, right? In fact, yeah, it's about lightwear, simple made better, and they try to communicate high quality lightwear at the lowest price in the market. And on the other hand, what will be the mission statement of this brand, Louis Vuitton? Before we get to the answer, look at the store. There are some architectural elements and decorations that are unnecessary for the sale function. Elegant, right. It represents their mission statement, like Western art d'oeuvre, with the elegance and creativity. Of course, it also communicates luxury, artistic, sophisticated. We can guess from these, spiral architectural elements here. So this is the brand image delivered via store image. The brand image is the brand identity in a shopper's minds, and it also relates to mission statement of the brand. So then do we have to know all the brand images, brand mission statements? No need, because the store will tell you a story about the brand. Like store environment should communicate brand image, like every fixture, sign, and display architectural element in the store must fit the brand. Anybody know this brand? By looking at the style, we can see the simple. Oh yeah, it looks like a coat, but it's not. Simple, modern, urban chic. This is actually theory, the brand theory. They are communicating simple, modern style from their items, but also from their store. Simple, modern, urban chic. They are consistent when designing their stores. And then anybody know this brand? They're very famous for using this kind of spiral hangers. So this is Marni. Marni is artistic, well known for their artistic design, funky, feminine, offbeat, cute. It is also consistent with their, their design. So what I'm trying to say is the items, the brand image should be consistent with the store image. And then the store, other than brand image, sometimes stores are telling another stories. There's a coincidence. So this brand is Another Stories, and they are trying to communicate sustainability. And before I say sustainability, I guess you guys already recognize what the messages they are trying to say. And this is Everlane. They are communicating this radical transparency through this store and through their business mission. So again, store image is the store's identity in shoppers' minds, and it is determined by the store's look, like architecture, design, display, color, lightings, and it is a combination of tangible and intangible factors that describe what a shopper thinks about his or her relationship with the brands or stores. And again, I said fashion items are related to self. The store is also related to the consumer, the identity. Then the store image is same with brand image. It's not always the same. This is the Adidas flagship store located in New York City. So even for the same brand, store format and its store image may vary. The purpose of this flagship store is not to sell merchandise, not to make sales, but to provide the brand experience, building a good brand image to future customers. And this is a pop-up store of Adidas. And this is like normal stores that you can find in a shopping mall. And this one is an outlet store of Adidas. So even for the same brand, store image may vary depending on the purpose. And as we witness, the price for the same item can be different depending on which store the item is displayed in. And also your behaviors may vary too. When you visit this kind of flagship store, you may not solely focus on purchasing many items. You wanna learn more about the brand. On the other hand, when you visit this kind of outlet store, you may end up purchasing so many items in a good deal. So your behavior also changes. So I just went through quickly about these 3 points. First, what is visual merchandising? Is visually communicating the stories, such as brand image or store image, or even another stories. And then I believe you now know why fashion visual merchandising is important. fashion items are related to yourself. It tells about yourself. And also when it comes to fashion, visual image is very important. When you make a purchase decision, visual images are very important. And then what does visual merchandising communicate? They are communicating various things, brand image, store images, or any other stories, depending on their purpose. And let me pass to Jessica for the demonstration about how to create a store. Jessica,
Hello.
are you ready?
Yeah.
So let me finish the screen sharing.
Okay.
You can start sharing the screen.
Okay. So can you guys hear me and see me?
Hi.
Hi, can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, hi everyone, I'm Jessica, and I'm currently a year 3 student and majoring in fashion retailing. And I'm going to year 4 for the next semester. So today I would like to show you how to develop your ideas as well as to produce your outcome to a 3D model in visual merchandising. So the first step of conducting visual merchandising is to prepare a concept plan of your ideas. So there are several elements you need to be included in your concept plan to give your audience a direction of what you are doing. So including some keywords, pictures, colors, and statement. So taking my project as examples, it is clear that the idea target more into female audience because you can see there are a lot of females images here, and I put some flowers and some feminine girlish color like pink and purple. And besides of, I also would like to convey a romantic atmosphere. So I have put some wings and flowers here, and I also put some conceptual and imaginative images to let people to have more imagination here. So the key of making a clear concept plan are all these elements should be consistent, that they are delivered the same messages. And you have to choose the right keyword and write a clear statement, and because every elements matter, so you have to choose everything wisely. So after having a concept plan, you will have a design plan. Because we have to decide how our design look like, in other words, positioning the products and furniture. Therefore, you have to know about the store format, size, shape, and height. And this factor will affect our design. So I can show you briefly about my floor plan. And today we will focus on how to transform our ideas into a 3D model. So we will use software. It is called, let me show you. It's called Kujala. It is a Chinese website, so unfortunately it only supports Chinese. But because this software provides a wide range of functions and elements, so it is more possible to turn your ideas into a desirable outcome. So it's recommended to do for you to conduct a visual merchandising project. So first of all, we will press the button here. It is start a design. So you will see you will have the first step is to input a layout of our store. So let's make it simple and easy. We can first draw a rectangle that makes our store in rectangular shape. So you just have to drag a rectangle here. Let's say it's about 1,000 meters square. And then after having a layout, because normally for a fashion retail store, there would be fitting rooms. So we can use this function, draw a rooms, or you can press F to drag some room here. Let's say here is the fitting room. So you can have a room here. And then after that, we will put our furniture. this is the most important part. So you can see this software have a lot of furniture you can choose. So you can, based on what you want and what you need according to your theme and design, to choose what will be in your store. So because we are designing a fashion retail store, there would be a cashier. So I'm choosing the categories, cashier. So let's choose the beautiful one. Let's say this one. So we just put it into the store, and then sometimes you will find that the cashier is, you like the cashier, but the size or the colors may not look what you expect. It's okay, because you can adjust the size here, or you can change the color and texture here. And this is the button of changing the texture. So because like we are doing some, I want a romantic and elegant cashier, so I like the cashier in marble color. So I would choose a marble texture. And for this part, I would choose like a wood color. So yeah. So after that, you will have a brand new cashier. So don't just limit it. You can it will limit your creativity and your thoughts. Apart from choosing the category related to your project, I always recommend you to also take a look of other categories. Let's say because my project was more like romantic and feminine, and I will also look into the categories of wedding furniture. You can find a lot of beautiful elements here. Let's say this one, it looks good for the rest area, right? So so for this one, it's not in the categories of fashion retail store, but it's also suitable for my store. So if you have time, you really have to look around all the furniture here. So back into my project. This was my project I've done last semester. Let me show you clearly. It is a fashion flagship store, and the most my favorite part is the window display here. So basically, me and my teammates spend quite a lot of time of choosing the colors, changing the colors of the mannequin. And you can, like what I said, the mannequin was not in the categories of fashion retail store. Instead, it is in this category. It is called people. And then we have maybe we choose some people and then change the color of their clothes. So it took a lot of time, but it is quite interesting. So yeah, this is the overview of my store, and I will show you clearly in on the PowerPoint. So this is the final outcomes, and you can see that the entire store matched the concept plan I've made, that I portrayed a romantic and feminine atmosphere, and we have put so many flowers on the window display and the mannequin with wings to express, to give more imagination for our audience. And the colors we are mainly used in pink, white, and purple. That we have included in our concept plan. And also for this, I've put the experience zones here because it's a flagship store. So yeah, that is basically the basic function of the software. Yet, if you want to create a detailed and pretty or attractive design, there are still a lot for you to explore. So I think it's like playing a mini game, like playing sim that you can build your own house. So that if you want to make a portfolio for your future project, it is quite easy software for you to use, and I recommend you to explore the software by yourself, and I hope you enjoy the process. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. And we are done with our lecture.
Okay, thank you very much. And any questions from any of you? Again, if you have questions, just leave your questions in the chat box. No? Never mind. So thank you again, and we'll proceed to the next session by our student ambassador. Oh, I saw you. Okay. Okay. Sophos, can you try speaking? See if I can hear you. Hello? 你試下講嘢。我 unmute 緊你啊嚇，你等陣 ，I'm trying to unmute 咗個咯噃 ，Let me see。你試下 unmute 自己睇下得唔得？
Hello。
OK， 聽到啦。
Hello，OK，好。咁咧，我而家 share your screen 先。好。好，咁咧，大家都聽到啦嘛，係咪啊？
清楚，聽得清楚。
清楚。好，咁我開始今日個 sharing 啦。咁我一開始介紹下自己先啦。咁我係 Sophos 啦，係 ITC 嚟緊 final year 嘅學生。咁我嘅 major 咧係 Intimate Apparel 啦，即係內衣設計。咁我哋有時都會簡稱 Intimate Apparel 做 IA 嘅。咁同時之間我都係 PolyU 同埋 ITC 嘅 student ambassador 啦。咁一開始咧都會講下其實點解我即係 Groupus 嘅時候會揀 ITC 咧？咁其實因為我即係由細到大都好中意畫畫啦，同埋即係本身對 ITC 咧都有啲 fantasy 嘅，特別係以前中學有睇過 ITC 嘅一啲 grad show 啦，覺得即係其實喺 ITC 裏面去整一件實體嘅作品咧，都好有成功感。咁同埋都基於我以前中學有揀一啲關於 art 同埋 design relate 嘅選修科啦，咁所以都即係進一步咁樣即係令到我對 ITC 更加有興趣嘅。咁而再進深一步啦，其實點解我會揀 IA 咧？因為我覺得 IA 相對上其他科，我會覺得係比較practical 啦。特別 IA 係即係內衣係每一個人日常都會着嘅啦，同埋內衣都即係個市場都好大嘅。咁感覺上就即係比較容易揾工啦，我會覺得。同埋即係始終內衣設計都係全球都只不過得3間大學有，咁喺亞洲咧只係得 PolyU 有呢間，即係有呢個專業。咁所以我就揀咗 IA 啦。咁而近排啦，其實我都返緊暑期實習嘅。咁我而家就喺南豐紗廠啦，我諗大家都有聽過，或者之前都有去過南豐紗廠打卡啦。咁我就喺嗰度做緊實習。好，咁咧講返我嘅興趣啦。頭先都有講過，其實我 平時係中意畫畫啦，同埋都中意整一啲 design 嘅，例如陶瓷咁樣嘅。咁其實都會鼓勵同學仔可以發掘下自己嘅興趣啦，唔好怕試一啲新嘅事物。咁都可以試下諗下，其實自己嘅興趣咧，可唔可以 apply 啦，或者 combine 喺自己第時嗰份工嗰度。咁例如我之前即係可能我以前好中意畫畫啦，咁我都有試過喺一啲 art gallery 度做一啲 part time 嘅 teaching assistants 啦。咁大家都可以諗下。咁而喺中學啦同埋大學嘅生活咧，有啲咩唔同咧？其實我覺得都好多嘅，因為相對咧大學就比較自由啦，同埋都好彈性嘅，即係一個可能你揀完嗰個 major 之後啦，你唔會有一個班主任去睇住你啦，咁就可能一個program leader 就會負責 handle 晒成個課成個學系嘅學生啦。咁而大學嘅時間表咧都好 flexible 嘅，咁可能一個科目裏面咧同時間有唔同嘅時間可以俾我哋去揀啦，咁我哋可以自己去 arrange 個 schedule， 或者可以自己咧去安排有 day off 嘅，咁就唔係好似中學咁樣逢星期一至五都要返學啦，返足可能8點到3、4點咁樣嘅，咁就比較獨立自主得嚟，同埋都好practical 嘅，因為喺大學學到嘅嘢咧，就即係會即刻用翻嘅。例如可能喺 ITC 啦，我哋可能學完 pattern，咁下一堂我哋可能就直接剪 pattern 去裁衫或者車嘢，甚至有啲即刻教完嘅 sewing skills 咧，都會即刻用翻出嚟咁樣嘅。咁講下我大學嘅生活啦。咁咧喺我大學嘅時候咧，我有住過學校嘅宿舍啦。咁喺住宿舍嘅過程裏面都有識到我嘅 roommate 啦，同埋喺 hall 裏面嘅朋友嘅。咁喺宿舍裏面都有唔同嘅活動啦，例如有1年1度嘅 gala dinner 啦，唔同嘅 party 啦，同埋都會同一班朋友一齊煮嘢食打下邊爐咁樣嘅。咁除咗讀書啦、住 hall 啦，我都有參加唔同嘅比賽啦，例如喺近期我就參加咗由 Fashion Summit 搞嘅一個關於可持續發展嘅時裝挑戰比賽啦。咁我哋就去用一啲廚餘去 upcycle 同埋回收，去研發一啲環保嘅燃料。咁其實當中都學咗好多嘢啦，例如除咗 design 方面啦，一啲 marketing 同埋 business 嘅知識我哋都可以學到啦。咁除咗比賽都有 join 一啲 leadership 嘅活動啦，去提升自己嘅一啲 skills 啦，例如點樣去即係 work as 一個 team 啦。咁其實見到當中都有好多唔同性格嘅人點樣去相處同埋合作，都係一個好難得嘅機會嚟嘅。咁除咗有 leadership program 啦，我都有搞一啲 student initiative 嘅 project 嘅。咁其中一個就叫做 Tech4D 啦，全名叫做 Technology for Development。咁其實呢個 kind of 都係一支 John 啦，我叫你叫做即係一個學生嘅 society 啦。咁其實佢係一個5年嘅一個 project。咁我哋就想喺一啲發展中嘅國家咧，透過科技咧去改善佢哋嘅生活嘅。咁其實即係唔同嘅活動咧，都令我哋可以即係去挑戰自己啦。例如去到唔同嘅 forum 或者 congress 裏面咧，去做 present 啦，或者去負責一啲 proposal 咁樣啦。仲有去以色列嘅一個 youth forum 啦，同埋都有搞過一啲關於喺印度 quality education 嘅 project 嘅。咁除咗即係自己 join 一啲活動之外啦，咁講翻啲關於 academic 嘅活動啦。咁其實我喺啱Year 3嘅時候啦，我就去咗美國 New York 一間知名嘅時裝學院啦 ，Fashion Institute of Technology 度做為期1個學期嘅交換生啦。咁其實當中都俾我睇到好多香港同埋當地唔同嘅學習模式啦，特別係 New York 係一個即係相對地係一個 fashion leading 嘅城市，咁其實都會擴闊咗我好多嘅眼界啦。例如即係嗰邊就會好興每一年都喺學校 campus 外面有啲類似 street art 咁樣嘅 painting 班啦，同埋都有啲好特別嘅 course，例如可能喺 PolyU 我哋學 illustration 只係平面咁樣，即係自己憑空啦或者畫咁樣啦。咁但係去到嗰邊咧，其實係會有model 真係臨場擺唔同 pose 俾我哋去，即係學點樣 adjust 唔同嘅 posture。咁其實呢啲 course 都好吸引我嘅。咁仲有一個就叫做即係關於馬甲啦 corset 嘅 course 啦。 咁其實都好難得去到當地可以跟一啲喺 New York 嘅 designer 去學嘅，咁其實都吸收到好多經驗嘅。咁喺讀 ITC 嘅過程當中都唔少有好多挑戰啦，例如可能作為新生嘅時候會覺得可能有時覺得 design 可能某啲 workload 會好多啦，覺得會有 time pressure 啦，或者覺得自己個 technique 咧好似唔夠人哋好，或者點解好似即係用個 software 有陣時都會 keep 住嘅咁樣。咁其實咧都有唔同 solutions 嘅，例如可以自己都 acquire 啲 hard skills，可以喺 YouTube 度學啦。例如可能 pattern 有啲即係畫字樣唔夠清楚嘅時候，自己都可以去 YouTube 度 search 下到底係點樣畫啦，點樣整啦。可能Year One 嘅時候會唔識點樣即係穿線去整一個 sewing machine。咁其實 YouTube 咧都有好多唔同嘅 channel 啦，係一個好好嘅 platform 俾我哋去學一啲我哋唔熟或者我哋唔識嘅 skills 嘅。咁包括咗剪片啊、畫 illustration 啊，呢啲我哋都可以透過 online 嘅啲 platform 去即係學呢啲知識啦，同埋都即係關於 time pressure 啦。咁其實咧 design 嘅科咧就唔係即係你想即刻做就做到嘅，有時可能要有時間去諗啲 ideas 啦，同埋畫都需要時間嘅。咁所以好需要我哋去 prioritize 啲活動啦，特別可能過咗幾年嘅大學生活，我都會學識點樣去預啲 buffer 時間，俾我去面對唔同嘅功課 deadline 啦，或者係一啲活動咁樣嘅。咁第三啦，都覺得想鼓勵大家就係、如果喺讀 design 覺得好氣餒或者好難嘅時候咧，就唔好放棄，同埋要喺即係錯誤裏面去學習啦。例如可能一開始唔識穿衣車線嘅，咁就即係不斷咁樣試下，咁其實即係就會開始慢慢 pick up 到個 skills 噶啦。咁同埋啦，都想講其實即係身邊嘅朋友或者同學係我哋即係最大嘅 resources 啦。如果有啲咩唔識咧，都可以即係問下同學或者 professor 咁樣嘅。咁最後都即係祝各位同學仔 good luck 啦！知道大家其實對 ITC 都有興趣啦。咁希望嚟緊可以喺即係 Poly 嘅 studio 都見到大家啦。咁我今日嘅 sharing 咧就到呢度啦，睇下大家有冇啲咩問題想問。
咁多位同學有冇問題想問 ？Any questions？
係。可以開麥或者打出嚟都得。
好啦，你哋而家都可以 unmute 自己嘅。咁如果你哋想開麥發問，都可以問一問。
我想問咧，讀內衣設計同埋讀普通 fashion design，你覺得最大個分別係喺邊度？
其實個分別都好大，因為首先講咗 fashion design 啦，係整一件 full garment啊，咁所有 pattern 都唔同嘅。咁講翻內衣設計咧，因為其實內衣比較細件啦，咁所以個 pattern 啊，可能紙樣啊，所有 allowance 都會細啲嘅，咁所以好 detail 嘅位就內衣會比較多啲咯。係啦，同埋你預嘅物料都會少啲咯，即係 IA 嚟講嘅話。
咁我想問，如果讀內衣設計嘅話，有啲咩發展嘅方向？
有啲咩發展嘅方向？其實咧，我哋IA 咧每一年喺 Year 3嘅時候咧都有 intern 嘅，咁嗰個就professor 到時會同你講啦。咁嗰個就會去一啲IA 嘅廠嗰度做 intern 嘅。咁其實以往都有去過唔同公司啦，例如 Nike 去做一啲比較 sportwear 啊、active wear 關於technology 嘅嘢嘅，即係可能 sports bra 啦。有啲就會做 technical designer，可能負責執bra 嘅紙樣啦。咁其實都 depends 你係想行邊一個方向嘅。咁仲有啲就係可能想行 academic 路線，就係做翻一啲關於 bra 嘅 research 都有嘅。
咁我想問咧， 即係其實 intern 嗰度通常個名額咪應該都有限制嘅，其實會唔會話競爭好大，或者要同其他人爭嗰啲㗎？
哦，咁其實喺 ITC 裏面咧，IA 同其他科就唔同嘅。咁 IA 咧就有一個 compulsory 嘅 intern 啦，咁我哋就當一科咁樣去讀啦。咁其實咧 professor 就會安排每個人都會有 IA intern 嘅，因為其實頭先都講過啦，即係全亞洲得 Poly 先有 IA 呢一科。咁其實以往都會有唔同嘅廠同 Poly 有 connection 啦。咁其實中間咧佢哋都會有啲轉介嘅 intern，咁所以其實每一個人即係讀 IA 都會有 intern 嘅機會咯。
即係呢個唔係好關 fashion design 事，但係都有少少想問你會唔會介意㗎？
係。
冇啊，因為聽咗大家嘅分享咁耐咧，即係基本上大部分都係英文之外啲，係真係有少少驚驚地啦。跟住到聽到終於有個人講廣東話，有種鬆咗一口氣嘅感覺啦。但係都有少少驚，就係話到第時可能想 interview 入嚟啊，又或者到上堂嗰陣時，即係對於英文嘅嗰個口語交流嘅要求，其實會唔會真係好高咧？即係有少少驚冇辦法好好咁樣同大家溝通到，或者咁樣反而阻礙咗自己嘅學習咁樣。
其實我覺得又冇乜太大影響，因為即係始終可能同同學傾偈都會用翻廣東話啦。咁其實如果實質上可能畫 pattern 啊嗰啲，如果真係唔識，我哋其實有時都會講中文嘅，即係咁可能只不過 present 嘅時候有陣時會用英文咯。咁 verbal 上大家用翻母語都 OK 嘅。係頭先見到有同學仔問ITC 每年大概會收幾多學生？咁其實咧我會比較清楚 IA 嗰邊嘅數字啦。咁 IA 大概有10零人會入到 IA 嘅，即係 degree 同埋 non-degree around 都係10零人咯。咁佢相對上好似會小班教學啲咯。
我想插一插嘴先，唔好意思啊。頭先係咪同學係問緊收幾多人定係有幾多人報咗啊？剛才個問題，因為我見阿 Program Leader 仲喺度，佢可以補充翻。
喺度啊，幫我插嘴都得㗎。
係啊，歡迎啊！
我都係講廣東話㗎，唔使驚㗎同學。問題可以講廣東話㗎。不過上堂咧，我哋係我哋英文大學嚟嘅，同埋我哋好多 exchange student 喺度嘅，所以上堂一定係英文。問題就咩文都得，你普通話都得㗎。咁個問題係咩咧？其實
頭先好似提到係收幾多人定係有幾多人報讀啊？因為佢個問題係直接去咗我哋 ambassador 嗰度，我哋都睇唔到。
睇唔到啊！我喺個 chat room 又
係啊，我可以讀先。佢話你好，我想問 ITC 每年大概會收幾多學生？
每年啊 DSC 咧，我哋就收90零個咯，今年92個咯，係啦。咁4年制咯，咁呢個係。咁啊92個就都係最好嗰5科咯。咁呢個係即係照 JUPAS 咁樣運作嘅啫。咁如果你萬一咧第4年制你好想嚟，但係又嚟唔到咧，我哋仲有多次機會，就係第3年 senior year 嘅時候，你就報你讀咗個 associate degree 啦，或者讀咗個 high dip 啦，咁然後再報我哋第3年入嚟讀呢個 ITC 嘅，咁就會緊迫啲啦，因為咧你嗰2年就要讀都幾會少啲 credit， 因為會有啲 credit transfer 咗啦。咁係仍然係有啲 subject 要補翻啦，因為你可能有啲 subject 係 ITC 先有嘅，你讀但係其他 program 係唔會有，咁會緊張啲啦。但係仍然要去到 exchange 嘅，仍然有機會去到 exchange，仍然有機會參加啲比賽。不過咧就會比 你4年制就緊迫啲啦，啲時間係啦。咁Senior Year 嗰度有200個位嘅今年，咁將來咧就會有170個位，咁有30個位咧就係我哋嘅新嘅 program 係做 digital fashion 嘅，就完全唔使車衫嘅。咁呢個係另一個新嘅potential 嘅即係俾你哋報嘅 program 咯。清唔清楚啊，同學？
好，我見同學仔都開始問關於 interview 嘅嘢。好，咁
係點解
我講咗，
佢
因為
哋
佢係淨係 send 咗俾我有啲。
我 private 就咁，你讀出嚟啦，一係就
好，我答咗先。咁首先第一個啦，就問interview 咧要交咩類型嘅 profile？
OK，interview 要交咩 profile？咁嚟緊下一年我哋唔報 Jupas 唔使 interview， 淨係交e-portfolio 係啦。e-portfolio 就係你啲 artwork 啊，你嘅啲 fashion sketch 啊咁咯咁就冇 interview 嘅嚟緊呢一年。咁因為咧我哋揀 fashion student， 我哋揀 fashion design 嘅同學咧，都係其實最後都係喺 year one 嘅時候咧，大家準備好啦，我哋用1年時間準備所有有興趣嘅同學，佢哋做好個 portfolio， 咁所以你哋唔需要擔心話，喂，我而家唔識點整 portfolio， 就到時我係咪冇機會咧？咁樣又唔係咯，咁即係嗰條起跑線，我哋會擺後少少，等所有人了解晒我哋嘅要求，跟住咧準備好晒啦，先至一齊去 fight for 嗰個 fashion design 嗰啲 quota 嘅。咁變咗咧 Jupas 入嚟嘅時候，最考慮最多嘅咧仍然係嗰個 Jupas 嘅成績，因為我哋報嘅學生始終多，報嘅學生多過我哋可以 offer 嘅 quota， 所以咧Jupas Best 5係最 critical 嘅。同學今年第5年係5年班4年班咧，你哋要加緊努力啦，即係考好啲個 Jupas， 考好啲嘅 DSE 咧係首要任務即係我唔想你哋嘥啲時間去嗰啲其他嘢度啦。咁 e-portfolio 要交嘅，但係咧真係會係啲咩時候睇咧？如果我哋Jupas 嘅分，哇，真係好難比較，有啲同分啊或者成啦，咁我哋就一定會睇嗰啲啦。咁 overall 我哋都會睇嘅，你 submit 嚟我哋都會睇嘅。但係決定性咧仍然係 Jupas 嘅分嚟緊你哋如果你哋係出年入嘅話我哋會咁樣安排咯。希望清楚啦。
咁都有頭仔問啊，想問 interview 大概會問咩？
頭先講咗啦，冇 interview 㗎，今年係。但係如果你1年後嘅 interview 會問咩咧？即係話你入咗嚟你報 fashion design 啦，咁佢 interview 咧，一定係會睇下你叫你展示下你嘅 mood board 啦，睇下你嘅啲 sketch 啦，你啲 inspiration 點樣 communicate 啦。頭先Dr. Choi 都講過㗎，你一個 communication 好緊要嘅。咁 interview 係會用英文嘅，咁所以咧一定係因為你 client 可能唔係講廣東話㗎嘛，係嘛？即係你做 fashion designer 唔係淨係 serve 廣東話嘅人㗎嘛。咁所以咧個 communication skills 咧係一定要 develop 嘅。所以咧呢個係必須㗎啦嚇。阿 Sophos 去比賽參加比賽都用英文做 presentation 啦，係咪？咁呢個係必須要 develop 㗎咯。咁所以同學仔一定係presentation skill 啦，英文啦，我哋香港人就係咁噶啦嘛，中文、英文咪3語噶嘛，係咪？我哋係呢個係我哋嘅 edge 嚟㗎嘛。而 fashion 係一個 global business 嚟嘅。你越個 communication skill 越好咧，係越做得好嘅。
仲有一條啦，就想問如果讀 fashion design 係咪用好多錢，例如要買布 etc.？
哎呀，呢個真係會有啲 extra cost 㗎，係啊，會有啲 extra cost 㗎。咁呢 wear design 好似好啲喎，佢哋有 sponsor 喎，即係佢哋啲線嗰啲料咧，佢哋同學仔會揾啲廠咧去 support 佢哋嘅。咁 fashion design 咧就好難嘅，因為你每個同學用嘅嘢係好唔同，有啲同學可能用布，有啲同學可能用 3D printing 嘅，即係我唔玩傳統嘅，我行 3D printing 嗰條路嘅。咁 3D printing 啲料咧係可以幾千蚊一盎㗎，咁 咁嗰啲咧就唔係學校嗰個學費會包得到俾你咯。咁個係會有嗰啲 extra cost 喺個當中。咁但係都會有 scholarship 去 support 你哋啦，係咪？即係你覺得哎呀好貴讀書咁，但係我哋同時間又準備好多 scholarship 俾你哋 apply 咯。咁所以近嘅同學咧就會冇問題嘅，即係錢都唔係一個問題。咁如果你 DSE 考得高分咧，仲有 entry scholarship 添，咁你一次過已經攞晒嗰啲咁嘅成本翻嚟㗎啦。咁啊，所以點解我講嚟講都係考好啲，或者呢個 DSE 呢個係幫你最重要嘅地方咯。
好，陸續都有問題啊。咁咧
問啦。
係有頭仔就問啦 ，Where can I find the requirements for the admission? Like the requirements for submission, artwork and stuff.
阿 N 呢個嗰啲leaflet 係咪有㗎？
除咗 leaflet 之外，其實我轉頭我會 share 翻我哋 ITC 個 website 有條 link 咧，就會介紹翻啲 minimum requirement 啊，各樣嘢嘅，係啦。咁陣間我會將條 link 放喺 chat box 嗰度。
咁係啦，收分嗰啲陣間都講。之後其實都仲有問題嘅。咁
你繼續啦。
好，我繼續講。好。有頭仔就問啦，如果我想讀 marketing 嘅話 ，portfolio 應該寫咩多啲，定係要着重 drawing？
冇㗎，唔着重，即係我諗 Jupas 報我哋咧，我哋而家個重點就係唔會，因為咧我哋嘅真正個成個 scheme 咧，我哋係講成個 fashion industry， 唔係淨係講fashion design。咁所以你個e-portfolio 咧係同埋你個選擇。尤其是唔係 fashion design 係讀 marketing 嘅話咧，係唔需要有嗰個 fashion sketch 啊啲嘢俾我哋即係唔需要嘅。咁你變咗咧唔會有壓力話，我其實只係想做 stylist 啊，我唔係諗住畫畫，或者我淨係想做 branding 嘅嘢，我唔係諗住做 designer 嘅。咁唔會影響到你個入嚟我哋 program 嘅機會咯。
好快講一個，咁有頭仔問咧，讀 fashion technology 啦，即係讀 tech 係咪都要識車衫？咁咧喺 year one 嘅時候咧，都會有一兩科係要車少少嘢嘅，即係 basic 車嘢嘅 skills 係要學嘅。
係啊，邊一個第一年都要學車衫嘅，因為嗰個最基礎。等於你你做 designer 要學畫畫啦，或者你讀 computer 你 software 係要學 programming 啦，就係咁解咯。呢個最 basic 嗰個，又雖然唔係代表你一定要出嚟車衫，但係你個基礎嘅。
之後都係關於 portfolio 嘅問題啦，即係想知道關於即係建議會擺多啲咩類型嘅畫或者相，同埋邊個階段教 e-portfolio？
邊個階段交啊？應該係你報咗我哋嘅時候，我哋就會邀請你交噶啦。即係你 Jupas 咧揀我哋，你會有 contact 啊，有 email 噶嘛。我哋會 contact 你，然後叫你交 e-portfolio 嘅嚇。咁都係交講緊係報完first round Jupas 之後，我哋會接觸同學仔噶嘛。fashion design 邊啲衫啊？而家男裝女裝都有嘅喎，晚禮服都有嘅喎。而家 fashion design 裏邊women's wear 嗰啲。
係補充少少，啱啱講到咧 Year One 有啲 general design 科，可能車嘢都會有少少啦。咁我頭仔就擔心，可能讀 non-design 嘅科，例如 tech 同 marketing 嘅畫畫或者車嘢嘅 skills 係咪好重要咧？其實都會涉及啲嘅，但係其實嗰個係 Year One general 喎，所以都可以 handle 到。同埋 Year One 嘅時候，大家其實都係張白紙一齊學嘅啫，我覺得係咯。之後都仲有關於係
makeup chart 你所有覺得demonstrate 到 creativity 嘅嘢都擺落去啊。咁另外就係話我哋嚟緊有啲新 subject 嘅係講 fashion and beauty 嘅，係教化妝教 styling 嘅。咁嗰啲 subject 即係其實講緊你頭先講 makeup 嗰啲都會 cover 到咯。Cam bio and selective 都梗係 OK 啦。Charmaine Lee 即係 Canby 咧，你仲可以有個優勢就係如果你走我哋 technology 嗰條路咧，你 chemistry 同 biology 嘅 background 咧係幫到你讀得好添，因為我哋如果行 technology 嘅路線咧，會有啲 lab 要做嘅，有啲 laboratory work 嘅，咁啲都會同埋而家 medical textile 咧係嚟緊我哋嘅世界都係 medical textile 係一個好 critical 嘅一部分嚟嘅。究竟而家講緊個口罩殺唔殺菌啦，係咪？我哋第時講緊我哋件衫殺唔殺菌啦，即係呢啲係唔會走翻回頭路㗎啦。即係衫咧唔單止係靚㗎啦，應該係仲係我哋保護我哋健康啊，保護我哋條命啊嘅一部分嚟。咁所以咧fashion 我哋講緊嘅 fashion technology 咧，就唔係講緊車衫嘅 technology 可以係嗰啲 materials 點樣可以殺到菌，啲 material 點樣可以保護我哋。咁另外咧亦都 fashion technology 咧，我哋有一個有啲 subject 咧係叫 wearable electronics 嘅，即係你着咗件衫睇到你心跳，又睇到你健康，即係嗰啲 wearable electronics 咧其實係我諗好多牌子都做緊嘅，即係 sportwear 做緊啦，亦都有啲consumer electronics 你都會做啦。咁所以佢哋嗰批人嗰啲 brand 要揾啲咩顏色咧，係其實香港得我哋識咯，即係冇睇過，或者你揾啲 engineering school 咯，但係佢嗰啲又唔識 fashion 咯。仲有啲問題喎，我見everyone 嗰度 ，what is associate undergraduate course？ and what is the suggest postgraduate course？ 我哋自己本身有 master 嘅，如果你舉個例，我估你問意思就係話你假設唔好彩JUPAS 入唔到嚟，你要讀其他 associate degree 咁咧Hong Kong DI 咧有啲 fashion 嘅high dip 嘅或者 associate degree 嘅，咁Hong Kong DI 啦，又或者咧 PolyU 嘅 HKCC 咧，佢哋有啲 business relate 嘅marketing嘅或者 business 相關嘅 associate degree， 咁嗰啲同學咧我哋都收嘅，總之你 business 相關咧，然後我哋再收你入翻嚟讀 fashion business 咧，咁就好容即係相對容易嘅，又唔係好容易啦，但係你可以報啦咁樣咯。JUPAS 我哋最新消息平均分21，我哋呢個 program 21點幾喺中間咯，係咯，喺 PolyU 即係21分 best 5咯，average 就唔係 minimum 我哋會有少少有部分同學嘅分會少過21嘅，嗰個21係平均分嚟嘅。咁但係咧就每年都唔同嘅，即係下年會唔會高啲或者低啲我都唔敢講。今年就21咯，平均分。咁你有21分就機會高咯，係啦，即係。APL Fashion Image Design 你可以當做 Best 5裏邊其中一科。如果你考 distinction 嘅話，咁係當4分嘅，我記得係當4分嘅，係幾好，係如果你讀得好咧，係可以擺佢落去 Best 5嗰度直接當4分咯。
唔好意思啊，
你講啊。
我想問咧，如果我而家讀緊嘅科都係唔太關事，係 BA 同 Econ， 咁即係我喺校內或者校外都係冇參加關於啲 art 嘅活動，但係我平時自己有留意開 fashion， 同埋有留意開即係會自己畫下嗰啲畫作。咁我想問即係寫一個 portfolio 嗰陣時，係咪可以交我自己畫嗰啲嘢上去，但係即係冇俾人認證過嗰啲咯？
都得㗎，交咩都得。你畫過啲乜嘢，覺得靚，你覺得表達到自己嘅能力就交落去。咁所以點解我哋跟手就會Man 咧就會有一個 workshop 就係講個 portfolio 點整啦，或者我哋平時睇同學仔 portfolio 我哋有啲 samples 俾你哋睇下啦。咁呢個就係成個 summer program 嘅目標啦。大概知道我哋嘅 program 有啲乜，我哋啲堂係點樣上。 咁然後又同我分享，最後咧就教你整個 e-proposal 啊，就係咁樣啦。仲有冇問題？
我呢邊冇啦。
好啦 ，OK， 好，有問題之後都可以繼續問。咁咧，我諗我暫時就離開啦，係啦，因為我個 notebook 就冇電啦已經。咁啊咁你哋有問題咧，擺喺個 chat room 度。我哋嘅 marketing manager 阿 Ann 會交翻俾我答嘅。咁亦都可以主動揾我啦 ，email 俾我都得嘅嚇。咁我暫時就一走啦。阿 Ann 我交翻俾你啦。
好啊。OK， 好，唔該晒 ，thank you very much。
Thank you
Chris，thank you so much。
希望見到你哋啦喺學校。
OK，see you。